Hey y'all, welcome back. I'm Emily Bassett, a certified meeting professional, and today I'm going to talk to you about the pros and cons of a first look. Often I'll see couples decide not to do a first look because they want to keep their wedding pretty traditional. They want to see their husband for the first time walking down the aisle. Everyone will get to capture this moment with them, seeing this raw emotion of seeing your future husband. If you're not super passionate about keeping that part of your wedding traditional, there are many pros to doing a first look prior to that moment. There are three main reasons I would recommend doing a first look. Number one, you get a super intimate moment with you and your future husband and this alone time that you won't have much of on your wedding day because you're socializing with everyone. This intimate moment can be super emotional, and some people don't want to put that out there for everyone during the ceremony, so keeping it private and intimate between you and your future spouse may be the best route to go. This also allows for time if you want to exchange any private vows, if you wrote a letter to your spouse and want to read them to each other. It just allows for this awesome moment for y'all to bond together before celebrating your big day with everyone. The second reason I recommend a first look is for the photos. So I'm sure you've all seen these adorable photos of the bride tapping the groom on the shoulder and them looking over for the first time. It can be a super sweet moment, but also during your wedding, sometimes photos can seem kind of crammed into one moment and you're just trying to get through them super quick after the ceremony. If you do this first look, you may have 30-45 minutes to do just a couple photos that you may not have had an opportunity to do otherwise. If you have enough time, you can do multiple locations. You can get these awesome shots and get more shots than you would if you were to do it after the ceremony. Typically after the ceremony, if you don't do a first look, you'll go ahead and do family photos and then bridal photos and groom's photos with all of his crew as well. And then that just allows a short time for couple photos. And you may not get more than 15-20 minutes to do this. But again, if you do a first look, you're going to have so many more photos of just you and your spouse together that you'll get to look back on. Now, the third reason to do a first look, in my opinion, is the most important reason and one of the reasons that made me want to choose to do a first look for my wedding. And it has to do with the wedding timeline. So a lot of bride and grooms will do their photography after their ceremony, and this is during the cocktail hour. However, if you're doing photos during that cocktail hour, you're not enjoying that cocktail hour with the guests of your wedding. A lot of bride and grooms want to spend that time with their family and friends, hanging out, congratulating each other, and just having a good time, when if you're doing photos, you miss out on that opportunity. Another thing to consider is sometimes cocktail hour seems to drag on and on and on, and guests are just ready to move on to the next thing. They're hungry, they want dinner, ready to hang out with you and celebrate your wedding. This also can be awkward if you have someone in your bridal party who has a significant other who was not a part of the party and is just hanging out by themselves for a full hour or so, waiting for y'all to make your entrance. In the end, I think it's a little less stressful to go ahead and do your first look before the wedding. You get to have intimate time with your spouse. You get to have photos that don't feel like they're crammed and on a time crunch, and everyone gets to enjoy the cocktail time leading into the reception. You can still do a first look and some family photos after the wedding, but not necessarily make it a full cocktail hour that you're not present at. It could be 30 minutes of photos with your family, 30 minutes of hanging out with your guests at cocktail hour. It's up to you. It's your wedding day. You can plan it how you think it makes most sense for you, but those are my recommendations. I hope you come back again, and I'll see you at the next one.